This time on Origins, we're doing the pre-orders for the 15th of February with lots of old world High Elves.
Hello, welcome to Hobby Journeys. So a slightly delayed weekly update video because Matthew's had sinusitis. You'll not be very well, have you? So we've had to delay from filming this. But we're here now, better late than never. So we're going to be looking at the Saturday pre-orders for Warhammer, as we normally do, that were announced last Sunday, but are going up on Saturday, which is tomorrow for us, or whenever you're watching it. You know, it's all good. So yeah, shall we get into it, Matthew? Let's do that then, eh? So this time on Warhammer's releases, we've got the High Elves for the Old World. Not sure if it's going to be up your street, but definitely up mine, because I was always into the High Elves. I had the High Elf army book, and a couple of the plastic boxes you used to be able to get back, like, this is in the mid-90s, with Fantasy Battle. Never made a full army, always intended to. Never, I did really like the High Elves. Never quite got to it. Maybe now though, eh, Matthew? Maybe now. So we've got an army book, new army book for the Old World, Arcane Journal High Elf Realms. And we've got a box, as they often do. We've got this box. Buy it? I don't know. At some point, I might do. I do. I mean, I do like the High Elves. I mean, my only real quibble about the High Elves is in AOS. We had a faction in AOS, which is basically High Elves, but a little bit fancier. They have a mounting cow god thing, but yeah, whatever that is.
Really interesting.
Yeah, but it is very similar to the High Elves in the Old World. I mean, I suspect they hadn't thought they were going to redo the Old World at the point where they announced that and did it. So they basically created a High Elves race, but they redid it, reimagined it, and so on. But it's very close to the classical High Elves. So I do just find, you've got two sets of models there. You could probably mix and match, to be fair. Use some of the models for, both of them, etc. But yeah, I do like these. They're good. You've got a couple of chariots there. You've got some spearmen. You've got some bowmen. It's the basics of any force, really, I think. We've got some cards. We know how much you like your cards, Matthew.
Really cool. Definitely didn't get scammed by them.
Yeah, you're not a big fan of the cards, are you? To be honest, but here we are. But you got the transfers, which are always handy. Anyway, we've got some new models. So these models,
I've seen him before.
We have, because we saw them at the reveals they did about a month ago.
Vegas.
Las Vegas Open, wasn't it? Yeah, this guy was at the Las Vegas Open. Yeah, big. He's got a lion on his shoulder. He's got a big axe. The Lord of Trace. What do you think of him, Matthew?
Looks okay. Looks a bit short though.
Yeah. What do you think to the aesthetic of the High Elves in general? What's your feeling?
Just humans, to me.
They are elves, though. They're not humans. They're elves. Different.
Humans with ears.
Yeah, big parky and pointy ears. Live for a very long time. That's basically it, really.
And maybe a bit taller.
Yeah, well, yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, very, very agile, etc. I like this model. I think it's decent. So he fits in very well with some stuff we're going to see in a minute. We've also got this lady. We saw her previous as well. Ishaya Vest, Sentinel of the Silent Isle. I think we sort of skipped past her a bit because we looked at this guy in a bit of detail. I really like this model. I think she's fine. It depends what sort of aesthetic you go for your army. She's got a trident. She's obviously got some sort of watery thing going on. Yeah, I mean, fine. It depends what you're after for your aesthetic.
My question is, on that isle she lives on, is it very quiet?
Well, it is called the Silent Isle, so probably so. I'm guessing. Yeah, we've got.
We saw that.
Yeah, we did see this, a High Elf Lord and the Dragon. I'm not sure if it's a new model, but it is absolutely fine, whichever way. Because a lot of these models we are going to be seeing are reissues of old models. So they've basically brought back the Old World, but the most of what they've done with each faction is a couple of new characters. Then the previous range has been re-released, maybe with a couple of updates to it, but that's about it. I like this. This dragon model is great. I like it. This is just what I want of a dragon. I think there were a couple of dragons we saw, weren't there, in that reveal? And I seem to remember being
the ones that they were really old, weren't they? And it was terrible.
Yeah, there was a really bad. But
they
this
were meant
is decent.
to be griffins, weren't they? And they didn't look like griffins. dragons at all.
Yeah, I think I could have been what we were thinking of. But this is a really good dragon model. I like this. This is well done. With a High Elf Lord or a mage, by an Archmage even.
It said High Elf Lord though.
Yeah, High Elf Lord or an Archmage who is another.
Oh.
He's still a High Elf, but he's like a wizardy guy.
Oh.
Sort of wizardy guy thing. But yeah, then we've got these Illyrian Reavers. I like these. These are sort of cavalry. Not... They haven't got big lances, those sort of things. They've just got these short spears. But I quite like these. I think these are good models.
I mean, there's one guy with a big lance, though.
I think he's just holding up high, to be honest. I think he's just...
No, it is longer than
You think it's a bit longer than the others? Well, he's probably like the leader or whatever. But yeah, these guys would be... these are sort of meant to be more... They're not heavy cavalry. These are your sort of more light cavalry. Yeah, so these would be scouting around. You'd use these basically to outflank your opponent, get around the flanks and give you some bonuses on that.
Maybe like how Hannibal did at Kenai.
Yeah, well, bearing in mind that in the game of the old world as it is now, or Warhammer Fantasy Battle, it's called what you call rank and flanks. You have ranks of men, and the idea is you try to outflank them. If you get to attack them on the side, which is the flank, so the idea is you try and get to the flank, attack them there, you get some bonuses for attacking them there.
That's what I was going to go. If you surround them like they did at Kenai, do you get a bonus?
Yeah, exactly. Well, the idea is to, if you can charge a cavalry into the side of them, often you'll cause them to run away, and that's what you're sort of aiming for. But yeah, quite like these. I really like these guys. The Sword Masters of Hoth. I think that's how we pronounce it. Hoeth? Hoth. We're at Hoth.
No, Hoth is from Star Wars.
I mean, that is true, yeah. I was quite into the Empire Strikes Back when these first came out, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I used to really like these guys back when I was doing Fantasy Battle. We're talking like 30 years ago now, but...
So when I wasn't even a thought.
Well, yeah, way in the future you were at that time. But yeah, no, I mean, I really like Sword Masters of Hoth. I thought these were the ones I'd have really gone for. I think these are going to be your elite sort of heavy infantry, along with the guys we're going to see in a second. Good models, I do quite fancy getting some High Elves. I mean, although here's the thing, I'm sort of putting together the core of an Empire army because I've already got a Griffin that I painted for AOS, the War Griffin, the big model. There he is up there.
Not interested in the viewers.
Yeah, they can't see what's behind them, but anyway, trust me, there's a War Griffin there and he looks lovely.
He's lying, there isn't.
But yeah, so I painted him previously. I've got the War Wagon on its way. So what I've got there is the
I thought
big
you didn't
models.
Get the War Wagon?
No, I got it. It's on its way. It's on its way, Matthew.
Right now?
Well, it's made to order, and they said up to 6 months, so who knows? Who knows when it'll be, but at some point. But yeah, so I do already have the core of an Empire army, so really, that's what I should go with. But I do really like... I just like the massed infantry in all this chainmail and stuff like that you get with the High Elves. I think it looks great. They do look beautiful, and I do like it. But here we are. The White Lines of Trace... I do like these. So that High Lord would be leading these guys. These guys are out in the wilds. They've all got wolf pelts on them, axes. I like these guys as well. Again, heavy infantry, I guess. I think that's how you'd be fielding them. They're meant to be hunters, hence the pelts and all that sort of thing. Good model. Again, these guys existed back in the day. When I was doing it. Really good. I mean, you put these at the heart of your army. Paint up your other infantry quite quickly around them. Build your army around that. What do you think of these guys, Matthew? And the Sword Masters of Hoth. I didn't really get your opinion on those as well. What do you reckon?
Pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, could you see yourself getting them?
Probably not.
What's your favourite of all the old world factions we've seen so far?
What are the one with the guns?
We had the Empire. They had some
guns. Do they have guns?
Yeah, wait till you see the Chaos Dwarves with their blunderbusses.
Do they have more guns than swords?
They are very gunny. Lots of artillery, blunderbusses.
Probably them then.
Quite slow to move, but very, very hard in close combat as well. But yeah, so...
I've used a blunderbuss before.
Oh, have you?
In a video game.
Oh, in a video game. I was going to say real life. Where have you got your hands on that? We have the words.
Shipped one from Madagascar.
Oh, okay. But yeah, anyway, so there's the White Lines. Again, really like those models. Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. What do you think of these, Matthew?
Look a bit plain though.
They are quite old
models.
There's
not much going on.
It's not like... So you look at those Krieg artillery we saw before with these big... centerpiece sort of pieces of kit, and these guys are a bit more like just a couple of dudes.
Wait, Dad,
with
how
a
does
thing.
artillery work with Krieg?
No idea. I've not read the book. Maybe if you pick up the book.
No,
while
but I
we're
mean,
at
like,
Warhammer
how
World-
does artillery like that just generally work in Warhammer?
Well, what do you mean?
Like, what artillery? How does it work?
Just like artillery in the real world?
So you choose a spot to shoot it?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it depends on what it is. Some of it's sort of front firing, and some of it's launching shells over the top. Yeah, it depends what it is, really. It's basically the Imperial Guard are about as close as you can get to being replicating modern warfare, sort of thing. So yeah, we've got the Boltfest. They're fine. Yeah, they're all right. I mean, you need to have
Bit
your artillery.
plain,
I probably wouldn't go for them myself, but yeah, they're absolutely adequate. Some old metal miniatures. For metal, these aren't too bad. I quite like this fellow here, whoever this is.
That's a girl.
Is that a girl? Is that a girl? All right. Okay. Fine. I'm guessing this is Core Hill Lion Mane. I'm thinking that would make this Handmaiden of the Everqueen, whatever she's called. Just doesn't have a name, just a Handmaiden of the Everqueen. That's what it is. I think the Handmaiden of the Everqueen is a very good model. I like that one. It's still quite detailed for a metal miniature, which you often don't see. This chap, well, his face looks a bit funny, but apart from that, you think he looks cool. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I like the lion.
You like the lion? Yeah, the lion's good. I mean, to be honest, if I was going to go for him, I'd probably just get this guy instead. I mean, it's basically the same sort of thing, but,
Not in metal.
Yeah, and wouldn't have to muck around with the metal, cleaned up metal. Oh, God, it'd be awful, wouldn't it? I've got an eagle.
Just a
great eagle.
lone eagle.
It's just a great eagle of the Elven realms. Yeah, fine. Quite Tolkien-esque. He did like a great eagle. I seem to remember. So, here we are. Yeah, fine, it's an eagle in it. What is that? The merworm? Yeah.
That was like a combination of a fish, an alligator, and the demigod.
It's got a lot of teeth going on, hasn't it? It's got a lot of teeth going on. Yeah, absolutely. The pelagic horrors. Wow. Pelagic horrors called merworms. Right, well, that's some stuff going on. But these are still high elves. It doesn't look very high elfy to me, but fine. Yeah, absolutely. These are coming out of the sea, I think, by the looks of things, to help the high elves, I think. Assisting the Sea Lords. Then we've got some made-to-order terrain for Warhammer 40,000. What do you think of this stuff?
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you like this stuff?
I mean,
not liking the terrain?
To be fair, though, it is pretty good looking terrain, but it's terrain, so it's not very interesting.
Well, yeah, but I mean, once you get that on your battlefield, it's going to look great, isn't it? You need something to offset all your miniatures.
Yeah, they do look like better pieces of.
I do like this
terrain.
tower. I think this tower's
like
good.
the bunker.
You like the bunker?
Wait,
then we've got
the
some
trenches
going on. Yeah, I mean they're good. They're decent.
In Warhammer, can you actually use the trenches, or are they just decoration?
I think well they'll give you terrain bonuses. So they're going to give you cover. So you can put you being covered by.
Can you actually put your units inside of them?
Yeah, well, I think they're designed to put you guys into. I seem to remember they did a range of terrain that was meant to be for fighting games, like you were in a fortress. So it was all about defending the fortress and the attackers attacking it, basically. So there was a lot of trenches, a lot of fixed weaponry and stuff like that released. This is going back a little while ago, probably at the start of 8th, end of 7th sort of time. But yeah. Warhammer Plus.
Yay, really cool.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not redhead.
We got through a lot of things of Warhammer Plus this morning, though, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Well, we were watching some of it this morning. We watched about 3 or 4 animations, didn't we, on Warhammer Plus? I quite like it. It's all right. Yeah, quite.
I liked the one about Arcadia.
Yeah, the Return to Cadia one. That was quite a good one. I quite enjoyed that as well. So we've got Scrap Demons. This is basically just get a couple of guys in the room with
guys. That's a woman.
Guys can be either a man or a woman. I tend to think it's
me too.
fairly neutral. I think, and I'm all for degendering the phrase because why not just call everyone guys? I'm into that. I'm going to work on dudes next. Dudes, everyone's a dude.
Like imagine going to mum saying, "Hey, dude."
I say that sometimes. It's fine. Why not? Why not? Anyway, yeah. So Scrap Demon, get some sprues, stick them together. Bit of kit bashing. I quite like it actually. It's just kit bashing basically. Just getting loads of sprues, build some stuff up. Orky sort of stuff.
Oh, that's...
So also we've got How We Roll, which is an interview with one of the chaps who worked on Kill Team, apparently. So that'll be quite interesting. I believe.
Really
I'm
cool.
probably not going to watch it, but here we are. And we've got a Lore Masters about the Necrons, the Nephilim anomaly, apparently. So there we go. Yeah. And that's that. What was your favourite of those miniatures this time round? Mainly High Elves. The Merworm. Okay, fair. I actually think that's a I don't know if it's a reissue model. I presume it is a reissue kit. Forge World resin as well. Yeah, so it is a reissue. It is an old school kit. It's a good kit though. Looks good. Looks nice. I like that.
It's a bit like Jelly Bean.
I would say my favourite is probably. I'm going to go for an infantry, and I'm going to go. It's between the Swordmasters of Hoth and the White Lines of Trace. I'm going to go for the Swordmasters of Hoth. I really like these guys. I might pick them up just to paint them, whether or not I do anything else.
Why didn't like in an army? Why don't infantry hold their swords like this? So when the enemy charges at them, they can just go, ooh, and kill them.
Maybe they did. I don't know. I don't have a good answer to that, Matthew, but here we are. Anyway, right, so there we go. So that was good, wasn't it? That was this week's pre-orders. We'll be back with another video quite shortly because this one's so late that we're going to have to be doing the next
Sunday.
one. Yeah, well, it'll be
2
like
days.
3 days. Anyway, there we go. Rightio. Well,
You probably already knew all this before we posted it, didn't they?
probably. Well, by the time anyone watched it, probably the video's already, all this stuff's been released, and some of it will probably sold out, etc. But here we are. Anyway, Matthew, what do we say to the viewers?
Bye bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and do
All them things. Just
Yeah.
all the things.
Yeah.
Bye.
Maybe wait that.